Ladies and gentlemen, President Trump and his team at the Department of Government Efficiency have just uncovered an absolutely massive amount of fraud going on within our Social Security system. In fact, what we're going to be talking about today is perhaps one of the biggest taxpayer money scandals in United States history. And I'll tell you guys what, I had to personally do some investigative research to really get to the bottom of this one, and between you and me, I can barely believe my own eyes with all of this. But okay, so let's just jump right into it. To kick things off, take a look at what President Trump had to say yesterday about Social Security and illegal immigrants.
Social Security will not be touched. It'll only be strengthened. We have illegal immigrants on Social Security, and we're going to find out who they are and take them out. We have illegal immigrants in other Medicare. We found a lot of bad people, a lot of people that shouldn't be on, that were put on through California. A lot of them come out of California. We're not going to stand for that. So we're going to strengthen our Social Security, et cetera. We're not going to touch it other than to make it stronger. But we have people that shouldn't be on, and those people we have to weed out. Most of them, or many of them so far, have been illegal immigrants. They shouldn't even be in the country.
So you hear that? We've been having illegal immigrants collecting Social Security payments. People that are in this country illegally that don't pay taxes are currently collecting retirement benefits at our expense. Now, the fact that Trump is publicly bringing this up at a press briefing must mean that he and the fine gentleman down at the Department of Government Efficiency have found something massive. But there's just one thing that doesn't make sense about all of this. In order to collect Social Security payments, you need to have a Social Security number, right? And illegal immigrants aren't supposed to have Social Security numbers. And so this right here is exactly what everyone on the left is saying right now. Trump is so stupid, there's no way that illegal immigrants could possibly be collecting Social Security payments. It's literally impossible. They can't even get Social Security numbers. Well, is it really impossible though? But now real quick, before we answer that question and keep on moving on, I do want to say real quick, if you guys enjoy the videos, please consider subscribing because it actually really does help a lot with my daily struggle against the YouTube algorithm. But okay, so I did some digging and I found myself on the official website for the Center of Immigration Studies, and I'll tell you guys what I found is absolutely going to blow your minds. You see, in a post from March of 2021 entitled Estimating the Number of Illegal Immigrants Who Might Get COVID Relief Payments, it's confirmed that 2.65 million illegal immigrants in the country have Social Security numbers. That right there is a lot of illegal immigrants that could be collecting Social Security payments. Now, the website goes on to break down where this number of 2.65 million illegal immigrants came from. 652,000 DACA recipients, 411,000 immigrants with temporary protected status, 441,000 asylum applicants, 440,000 illegal immigrants here under the Immigration Nationality Act, and 700,000 illegal immigrants with stolen identities. That's right, all of those groups are able to get a hold of a Social Security number. And by the way, something worth noting real quick, all of those numbers that I just read off are from early 2021. As we now know, around 3 million illegal immigrants enter the country every single year of the Biden administration. So between you and me, I'd guess that this number of 2.65 million illegal immigrants with Social Security numbers is actually a couple million higher. But you know what? To be conservative, let's assume it's not. Let's go ahead and leave that number at 2.65 million. So with that number in mind, what kind of damage are we really talking about here? Well, check this out. The average monthly Social Security payment is around $2,000. So what that means is that if just 1 out of every 5 of these illegal immigrants is collecting Social Security payments, we're talking about $1 billion per month being paid out to illegal immigrants through the Social Security system. And like I said a moment ago, I personally think that number is a lot higher. And so this is why President Trump is currently blowing the lid off of this illegal immigrant Social Security scam, because these people are effectively stealing over $10 billion per year from American taxpayers at a minimum. And like I said earlier, right now the left is screaming at the top of their lungs that it's just impossible for illegal immigrants to get a hold of a Social Security number, which is so weird because just a few years ago, over 2.5 million of them used Social Security numbers to get a hold of COVID relief checks. So yeah, with this one, I'm going to throw in with President Trump and the fine gentleman down at the Department of Government Efficiency. But okay, now take a look at what else President Trump has planned for Social Security.
When it comes to no taxes on tips and Social Security, the president has made it very clear to our allies on Capitol Hill that is a critical piece of this reconciliation package.
You hear that? A big part of President Trump's plan for middle American tax cuts is to completely remove all taxes on Social Security payments. And now, I'm going to be honest with all of you guys. This is something that was kind of surprising to me because I'm not quite old enough to start collecting Social Security payments. So I'm like, how is it possible that the government has been taxing people like this? People work their entire lives while paying federal income tax, by the way, making Social Security contributions along the way as well. Then, when it comes time to retire and finally get some of that money back, you have to pay taxes on it. Again. How in the hell does that make sense? Now, between you and me, I've taken a look at my YouTube channel's analytics, and I can tell you guys that over a third of you are over the age of 65. And like I said, I'm not old enough to collect Social Security quite yet, but I have to say, I'm mad on your guys' behalf. It's actually so unbelievably shameless. But hey, this is just yet another reason why having Trump back in the White House is a great thing. Because guess what? As it would turn out, you actually don't need to tax the living hell out of people if you just cut out all of the fraud and waste from the federal government, which is exactly what's happening right now. It's so incredibly funny seeing all of these people on the left have an absolute meltdown right now. How will the federal government function if our retirees aren't being taxed? Geez, I don't know. Maybe by not sending billions of dollars to places like Turkmenistan so they can have DEI programs? Because as we now know, all of the illegal immigrant Social Security fraud was just one component of all of this seemingly never-ending waste and fraud going on inside of our federal government. What has come out is that pretty much no one in our federal government ever had the bright idea to actually catalog where all of our tax money is being spent. They just kept on spending and spending and spending and never really worrying about paying the bill. And so when that's the dynamic, of course you're going to have all of these fraudsters try to steal tax money. All of these illegal immigrants collecting Social Security or progressive politicians making money through the USAID slush fund. They all probably thought that they'd get away with it forever, that they would never get caught. And honestly, they might have never gotten caught if we all didn't get together and put President Trump back in the White House. But collectively, we all sent a very clear message that this sort of stuff has got to stop. And this is why we gave Trump the mandate to clean up this country, because among many other issues, it's just unacceptable to have illegal immigrants stealing billions of dollars worth of Social Security payments each and every year. But so, hey guys, I think this is all I've got for you guys with this one today. Finally, we have an administration that is making a concerted effort to clean out the federal budget. And you know what? We're not even 3 weeks in yet, and already they've found hundreds of billions of dollars worth of federal government waste. And so, hey, if we're not even 3 weeks in and already this much has gotten done, imagine what can be gotten done in a 4-year time frame. But hey, I think that's going to be a wrap for this one, so please go down below and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Please like the video if you like the video. Please consider subscribing like I said earlier. It really does help a lot. Thank you all very much for watching, and of course, as always, stay safe.